How to minimize keto flu symptoms. Tip and strategy number one, optimize your water intake. Guys, the number one thing is to stay hydrated. 1 gram of carbs hold 3 grams of water, so when you restrict your carb intake, you lose a lot of water. 70% of your body's water, and therefore being on keto, you risk being super dehydrated. You need to drink water. It's super important to keep a bottle of water with you at all times. At all times. Ideally, 1 liter of water per 20 kilos of body weight is optimal intake. For example, if you're 80 kilos, then you need at least 4 liters of pure, clean water consumption. Guys, don't take this tip lightly, otherwise the symptoms can worsen, so take care. Tip and strategy number two, avoid high intensity workouts. Now this will come naturally to you unless you're a stubborn person like me. Even though my symptoms were not severe, I continued with my weight training. But then on the third day of being in the ketosis for the first time, I didn't feel good. Dizziness and vomiting sufficed, and then I took the cue and took it easy for the rest of the week. So anyways, being on keto, you won't have any energy for your workouts, but it's always best to stay somewhat active. If you have a fitness band, which I highly recommend to my clients, anything close to 5,000 steps is a good number to target. So walking, light yoga, or some light stretching can help reduce the symptoms as well. Tip and strategy number three, sleep, nap, rest, and take it easy. Sleep, rest, and nap, and take it easy. That's why I recommend starting a keto diet on a Friday, because the first 2 days can be intense, and if it's a weekend, then you can take it easy. My suggestion is also to give your brain some rest and stay away from intense work. Basically, anything intense, be it your workouts or work, should ideally be stopped for at least few days. Well, I feel like a hypocrite suggesting you this because I'm work obsessed. I did not leave work aside because I think I had the energy to do my work. So this is something you can decide for yourself. Okay. Tip and strategy number four. You need to eat enough healthy fats. As I repeatedly said, ketogenic diet is simply not a very low carb diet. It is also a high fat diet. If you have been a carb lover, you probably are not used to eating a lot of calories from fats. Maybe you are someone who removed the egg yolks, drinks skim milk, use a cooking spray to cook your food, and probably stay clear of nuts and seeds. But you cannot afford to do this anymore. You need to check out the 21 Keto Reboot Challenge that I've given, and you need to follow the guidelines in it. You cannot lessen your calories. If you're completely restricting carbs, then you will be required to eat fats, healthy fats. And guys, if you fear fats, then I have provided many lectures on why saturated fats were unfairly demonized, the detailed summary of how to read your cholesterol levels and why eating egg yolks won't raise your cholesterol, and much more. So please don't fear fats, embrace them as the nature intended. Also in the module titled 21-Day Keto Reboot Challenge, complete meal diet plans including shopping list are provided. So please make full use of it. It will significantly help you in your keto journey. Tip and strategy number 5, replace your electrolytes. So basically, when you lose a lot of water from your body and or you have symptoms like vomiting, nausea, the most important thing you should do is to replace the lost electrolytes. Electrolytes are minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, etc. These electrolytes were easily available from your previous diet as processed foods that you used to eat provided these, but now your body has no source and therefore they need to be replaced. So here are some useful suggestions. So the first thing you need to do is increase your intake of salt. Ideally use Himalayan salt and or rock salt. Try and make homemade broths like chicken bone broth soup. Always add an extra pinch of salt in that as well. You also need to eat a lot of green leafy vegetables, and obviously you need to include avocados, which is loaded with electrolytes and healthy fats, and finally include a lot of nuts like almonds and walnuts. So lastly, let me end this lecture by saying this. If everything fails and you still don't feel good, take the cue, listen to your body, and up your carb intake. I have provided many variations of a ketogenic diet, so wise up and understand that a gradual progression is perhaps the best strategy for you. Let me also discuss some other side effects that may appear because of keto. So let's discuss the most common ones in the next lecture.